I'll support it no matter what, because for 40 bucks on this program, I've got thousands of hours. Anyway, so now I'm to my periapsis. So what this means is I need to run my science experiments, which that's big science. Keep pressure should be none. See, instrument reads a 0. That's because you're in a vacuum, or a partial vacuum, beyond the measure of the instrument. Actually, okay, you're in a vacuum of space, but you're not in a perfect vacuum of deep space. Anyway, but that's a whole nother exponential level. Log temperature. Oh, we do have temperature. Cold, right? No matter around it, it's either hot or cold. Alright, crew report. Looks like a good one. We can transmit that now. The antenna goes up, our signal strength increases. Goes back down, our signal strength decreases. You know, it'd be nice to be in touch all the time with crystal clear clarity. And we have batteries and solar panels, so we can afford the electricity. Have no mystery go. There must have been some reason. It's alright, we'll have plenty of chances to come back. We'll be back so much, we'll stop be bringing mystery goo at some point. And if we bring a scientist, he can do so many mystery goo so fast. EVA report. Now while we're out here, we collect science. We'll collect this data. Collect our temperature reading. I'm going to close these doors just so they look better. Now if I was a scientist, I could restore that. Now I'm going to board. Okay. I'm going to review my data. Take that back. This I can transmit now. Take that back. Take that back. See, what it is you'll get more value if you return the sample than if you try to radio transmit it. If you were a probe and could not return the sample, it's one thing. Deep space. But since we can just take it back with us, we'll just take it back and we'll get full credit for it rather than partial credit, partial data, partial knowledge is what it's translating into. Okay, so back to the map. I'd like to finish this. I'm going to accelerate in time because I'm closing it on the 35-minute mark, and if I have 19-minute videos, then I need to get it done before 40. Actually 38. So if we remember, we were on a return trajectory orbit, so I'm going to do that now. Now about right here, I'm going to actually stop and see if I can get some temperature readings. Log pressure, yep. Log temperature. I'm just stealing a little bit of science. We could have got it later, but this is 12 points. I'm going to crew report. Transmit. I know I can't use that. I already have EVA. Data report. Keep. Collect. Data. So the pressure here is the same as the pressure near the moon, meaning we can use this to measure something called atmosphere, or we just call it air when we step outside and take a breath. It's hydrogen and oxygen, and our bodies like it and we breathe it, and plants like the other elements that are in our air. So what we don't breathe, the plants do, and what we do breathe, the plants don't. And they let out oxygen, and we let out what they like. And what happens is it's called a symbiotic relationship with nature. That means you ever hear the thing quid pro quo? You help me, I'll help you. All right, that's plants and animals. And we have to live on this big blue marble, is what astronauts have named it. I don't know who said that, but someone said it. And anyway, so we just stole some quick science on the way back. Let's accelerate time because I'm trying to get this done. And I do have to extract my antenna. So here we come. Slow down. All right, let me suck in my antenna because this is not going to be good. All right. Now, we're coming in pretty fast, 3,000 meters per second. This is almost ridiculous. Okay, so we're going to be generating a lot of heat and things can be blowing up. So one thing I want to do is we get into the 50,000 meter range is maybe extinguish some fuel, but that could also be a mistake. So I'm going to monitor the temperature. Okay, at 70 we have to slow down. So what I'm basically going to do is monitor the temperature, and they have to do an emergency ejection of my equipment. All right, we're coming in at 50 pretty hard. Not heating up yet. First sign of heat, I might just push the gas if I'm anywhere near where I think I need to be. Now let's just go look at something. See how that apoapsis is coming down. There's my heat. Alright, so now I'm using the gas and the gravity well, the burn together. And what I'm trying to do is also fight the heat, because the speed and the friction creates the heat. And here we come. Anyway, now we're coming in hard, and I have to eject. Alright, it's blowing up. See that? So now I have ablation and my heat shield occurring, and I'm transferring heat into my heat shield and burning it off. See, I've already burned some off. It's like a material that catches on fire and absorbs the heat and then rips itself off. Anyway, I'm coming in really hard, really fast. 12,000 meters per second, 22. Hopefully by the time I hit about 7,000 feet. So what I'm doing now, what's happening now is we have 3 levels of atmosphere, and I've just hit the next level. It's called what we call thick air. It's where airplanes can fly. I'm going to go ahead and flip my view, because I feel like I'm flying now. Alright, so I fired my parachute. Oh boy, 38 minutes and 25 seconds. If I was creating 19-minute videos, I just tubed myself and went in to the next video, which means you won't see this. If I didn't and made them 20 minutes each, that's fine. But anyway, so basically what we're doing is just cutting through the air. You can see our speed is peeling off. And as we get closer, our chute will go off about 3,000. Is my, yep, there it was, 32. And then it's dragging us, slowing us down in a drag fashion, and then it's going to blossom at about 1,000. Alright, slow us down to, we hope, 7. About 200 meters to go. That's a little close for comfort. I didn't really like that. I'm going to do something while I'm here just in case. Nope, already got that one. Probably already got that one. Did I get the crew report? Yep. Don't know about EVA, I'm too close. Probably got it in the first phase. So what I just did was fly by the moon. This is the next step. This is the first step to achieving orbit to the moon. And of course, splash down, milk it for science if we haven't already. Always check a crew report. Sometimes in the early phases you neglect it, but I'm just assuming we've got everything. Anyway, I'm going to probably end the video real quick. I'm just going to check out our science, but I'm going to say thanks for watching as we phase out. And I'm hitting the 40-minute and 27-minute mark. Alright, so these videos are as much me learning as it is me teaching. And hopefully we can have fun together and share these experiences and progress you faster in the game, and maybe you can impress some adults if you're a child watching, and maybe if you're an adult you can impress yourself. Anyway, that's always important too. So we earned 160 science points, but we also transmitted. Remember, we started with like, I think it was 8 in the barrel. I looked. We now have gotten money back, so we had to succeed. Boy, I played that to the skin with 7,000. But look at us now. We could even upgrade this facility. It may not be the right thing to do. Let's check real quick. Facility level 2. Level 2. Level 2. Level 1. Level 1. Alright, so you could upgrade that facility. That might be the better choice, and then you can take on more contracts and missions. That's already... You could go straight to this one, but let's just go spend some science before we make our initial decision. Which would be flight control. Okay, so we have 225 experience points to spend. Sometimes I'm more careful than reckless, but at this point I just want to fill the tree on the lower edge. And that's because I like aircraft. And they'll also want us to be achieving moon stuff. So we have 90 to spend, which is perfect. And this little engine right here, this Bobcat, that's a heck of a that's a good engine. It really is. That's in orbit, not in orbit. There would be other things we could do, like go rescue more Kerbals, remote science. Boy, but I need 2 of those for remote science. And to be honest, I like, when I have this one, I like gas tanks. So these come in pairs. We could accelerate our aircraft. If I wanted to do that, I'd get the small landing gear. If I'm going airplanes, I want the small landing gear. Right now, control and lander cam. That might be it too. But let's just swing it. Go with the Bobcat. Wait, hold on. Lander cam. Lander cam. Maybe then I can send 2 to the moon and the technology I have. You're hearing me think out loud. So I'm really torn between lander cam and Bobcat. I'll tell you what, let's come back next time and make that decision. We'll evaluate what our mission is, and if we decide it's airplanes, which will be create an airplane that flies, which may be wonderful to go right into for this next series. Anyway, I'll make that decision when we get there. I have three main choices I'm thinking about now. Nothing's really complicated in this universe beyond three choices. Anyway, so you either watched, you didn't watch, you learned, or didn't listen. Anyway, hopefully we are all learning all the time from each other. And as always, thank you for watching.